Hi, you wanted to see the dot solution for killing the light when you enter a building, a cave, or adjusting whatever. This is the very, very, very shitty building, and this is the system. On, off, on, off. And that initial jump, that's just because I fumbled the variables. But then, because it's properly coded, it you know, adjusts and scales from one to the other. Can do that all day. Let's just run to the cave real quick. My cascaded shadows are really short, about 3,500. I want to lower it more to help with performance, and that's basically why you see that there is no shadow down there at the bottom until you actually step in and the light adjusts for LPV to work. This scene is just a landscape. This is landscape, and then above is another landscape. They're just one on top of the other. One's flipped, so yeah, weird like that. This is this was at least my attempt to play with LPV and foliage. LPV doesn't really work too well with other things, like the trees, like a lot. But you know, it's fully dynamic. I'm running right now 2K, around 60, 70 FPS with a bunch of unbalanced, untested, well, not untested per se, because the base of this is the DynoFoliage project, which has been tested. But as you can see, it has issues like feet and shadow kind of gliding every once in a while, or appear to glide because you're not really gliding. And that's mostly caused by the LPV settings. But even without LPV and all of that, just adjusting this parameter will set it up. And I can actually unload this level. I don't really care about any changes I made. If I load up the light level and break up the world outliner, I can probably find here where the house volume is. This is all the volume is, and in and out coded to actually adjust the light to a couple of variables. So you have the extent that you know, modify the extent with. You select the level's directional lights, and you set the value over here that I didn't even catalog yet. That's the part I fumbled that causes the blinking at the first run. This thing, just you set the variables of the actual light. So you go inside the building, you change your skylight to some variables, you write down the variables, and then move them to here. You can do this for pretty much anything, any setting that you can get onto the light component. I'm setting the intensity, I'm setting the indirect light intensity, and I'm setting the intensity of the skylight component. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's do that. And this is just a variable of type skylight, and as I showed, you just select it in here with the color picker. You just have to make sure, if you're using persistent and whatnot, that you're set in the same level as the light so that you can select it. That's it.